Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's Lit Capital Market Outlook. Today's date is the 3rd of February. If you haven't already, be sure to register on our website for free, where you can get access to our Education Academy and loads of other useful resources to help you with your trading. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell to be alerted when we post any new videos for any new trade setups. Now, let's take a look at the charts for the week. Okay, guys, the first setup I'm going to look at this week is the pound Australian dollar. As we now know, with the UK having completed Brexit, it's very much all eyes on the pound this week. So the daily time frame for me has been making the higher highs and higher lows from the summer, as you can see. And throughout all the negative news about the UK regarding Brexit and the pound, funny enough, the pound has been doing quite well throughout this period. So with that, we ain't going to go against the structure. I'm going to remain bullish on the pound. So I want to see price come a bit lower into my kill zone area and see how it reacts off the imbalance. So I'll be paying attention to this around the 91,500 level. Stay tuned in the Discord for this one. Be patient. It will take a bit of time to get there. But as you can see, we're already heading that way. So let's try get another brilliant entry on the pound. Okay, guys, the second setup that I'm going to take a look at is the Euro AUD, very similar to the pound AUD. So for me, the weekly has made a new high, so we're still bullish on this one. We are expecting a pullback. So there's a nice sell to buy scenario setting up. I'm just going to take you down onto the daily. We want to see price come back down into this area. Again, similar with the pound, I want to see it come past the kill zone, see how it reacts off that imbalance, possible another entry for the buy. So I will be watching this around the 163 level, and then we can really come alive, and I'll watching it on the smaller time frames for the best possible entry. That's my setups for the week. The pound AUD, the Euro AUD, if we can get these to correlate and catch both, we can get a very profitable situation for the week. With that, I'm now going to hand you over to Jacob.
Thank you, Adam. Hi, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to go over US oil to begin with. As you can see here, we did have some relatively equal lows that have been swept from today's opening session. So just by looking at the weekly time frame, I do think we can get lower prices in order to then get a bullish reversal. It isn't showing that it's ready yet. It has got a little while to go down. But, you know, I do believe this will be very lucrative in terms of a swing trade setup that could be held for, you know, 2-3 weeks, maybe even up to a month if we do get, because as we can see here, prices developed some relatively equal highs. And in order to go back up that way, I do believe we can see higher prices overall. So we're just going to wait for, I'm not really interested in the sell, even though it does have a little while to go down. Just playing off of what I can see here in regards to, you know, the area I'm looking at. The 78.6 area does look very nice to me in terms of the institutional candles that's left there. They have yet to come back to it. So I do believe that is what is happening. So definitely look out for this one. In regards to the economic calendar, before I do continue, I just want to show you some of the news that we have out coming this week. So fundamentally, we do have a busy week for news with a lot of high impact currencies and statements. So starting off by Tuesday, so we do have some news this morning. I won't be looking to actually enter a trade at that time because it's not what I like to do. I'll probably wait for the morning to come and then definitely see what's happened. But we have the Australian interest rate. So that's due to be very lucrative in terms of volatility tomorrow. So definitely look out for that. And also it's followed by the unemployment rate for New Zealand. So AUD and NZD, they do tend to follow each other in terms of direction. So definitely have a look out for tomorrow. We do have a lot of news with those pairs. We also have as well, if I draw your attention to Friday, we have the unemployment rate for Canada, another high impact news event. And we also are followed up by the NFP, the non-farm payroll. So there's definitely going to be a lot of active trades this week in regards to positions being pushed in a direction. So as the technicals develop, we will be updating you guys with our bias on those. So just have a look at, if you don't look at the economic calendar, be sure to do that, just so you understand that you know, when you're looking at certain currencies to enter on, is there any high impact news, because it can affect your setup. So definitely be aware of that. So just going to continue. GBPUSD. So what I wanted to show you guys is, this is what I was actually looking at this morning. I had a setup here. It became invalid because it actually closed below my zone. So I do believe now we are able to get lower prices. So going off of what we can see here, we do have a lot of liquidity here that hasn't yet been taken out. So I do believe we can get that taken out before thinking about reversals as such. So I'm not interested in the pound USD yet, as yeah, this area is definitely looking to get swept before we can maybe get higher prices again. So on the daily, it's very choppy, and you know, judging by today's candle, it's very bearish, so to speak. So I probably won't be looking for a buy scenario until we actually get this liquidity dip. So bear with us on that one for sure. Judging by what Adam said on GBPAUD as well, there is a lot more space for the pound to go down. So all the pound pairs, they do tend to follow suit. So I would remain bearish for now until the other pound pairs are showing signs of points of interest area, because on pound US, we don't really have a major point of interest. It's quite choppy. We did get a breakout of the range and a closeout of the range here. And now it was followed by a very bearish maneuver. So depending on what happens once this liquidity gets taken out, is how I'm going to react to that. So I am still overall bullish, because I do think we have targets above that price does need to reach to before maybe getting a major sell. But I am very bullish on this. Structure is showing me it's bullish also. So no need to change bias on that. So just keep updated. I'm just waiting to see what happens once lower liquidity is taken out. I'm going to go through EURAUD as well, where I did have a setup here earlier. I am thinking price can still come a tiny bit lower, as in my opinion, we haven't reached a deep enough retracement. So I believe that we had a bit of a mitigation play earlier today. You know, about 30 pip mitigation. I do believe though that we can see lower prices as well in regards to maybe this area being taken out. So just waiting on that. Like, we did have a reaction today, but then it was followed by nothing. So I'm not really too concerned in regards to this taking off without us, because you know, no smart money. There was no real big push after this mitigation play happened. So I will still be looking for buyers, but I do expect price to come a bit lower on this as well. So I will update the Discord with this also. Be patient, guys. So another setup I have is USD JPY. So I am bullish on this pair as well. If we take you to the daily setup, so I did call a sell on this a couple weeks ago in the Discord, and I said it was a sell to buy scenario. So I was wanting this to happen. If we go over to the 2 hour, we do have a imbalance play, which is what I'm actually looking at here. So price is stalling around this area, which is showing me that it may look to dip a bit lower, sweep some liquidity, and also fill this imbalance before actually taking off. So not fully convinced that price is yet to just wanting to go up yet. I do believe we have a little bit of space to go down. So they might hold this one out until NFP. I'm not too sure. USD JPY does tend to take its time in order to move, because it is very fundamental based, with it being such a safe haven type currency with USD and the yen. So if bear in mind, if USD JPY does go up, gold will be correcting on its way down as well. So Something I have been eyeing on gold, but I don't really have a lucrative setup just yet. But that is what I do hope to see. So it could play out this week with all the news coming. So last but not least, I wanted to take a look at US30 as well. I do believe we can get this equal low taken out before actually becoming a buy. US30 has been very bullish as such, so I don't believe we're bearish yet. There's no signs on any time frame stating we're bearish. If anything, we've just made a higher low. So I do want this area to get dipped for liquidity before actually reversing. So I would maybe like to see this candle get tagged into. So I will be updating the Discord with that as well. But still bullish. So US30 and USD JPY, they do correlate also. So that's why I'm bullish on that pair. Just by judging on what USD JPY is showing us with the lower imbalance it had, maybe we can see a spike lower before actually going higher with this pair as well. So definitely bear in mind what the objective is in regards to where these pairs are in terms of structure, and definitely follow that. US30 is there's no signs of bearishness at all. So long term, overall bullish. So let's just stick with that. So those are the setups that we have for this week, guys. Be sure to check out our website if you haven't as well. And like Adam said, be sure to subscribe for free, get access to our educational channel. We have a new fundamental page in regards to some new content for you guys, those that don't really understand the economic calendar and what those events hold. You can actually go onto our website once you've signed up and read some of these hyperlinks we have here, and it will give you a bit more of an insight as to what the economic events are used for in terms of investors and how it can manipulate people's decisions in regards to the market. So be sure to check that out. And yeah, every day is money day.